Hello, this is a Graybox project. I'm John.
I'm Joel.
Not mad at doing.
So for our Graybox project, we were set out to solve the problem of trying to make internet accessibility for third world countries. So we stuck with a non-functional prototype in which we had a mock website, but it was completely static and there was no database connections. And we had to do is we had to design a database schema and make sure all the data that we wanted to collect was there, as well as making the website dynamic, in which we replace all the website's components with dynamic pages.
Okay, so how did we solve it? So we still had to use the Graybox technology they had already existed, and we've chosen SQL for the database because it's ideally very lightweight. We analyzed all the data required to support all the desired functionalities that the sponsor wanted, and then at the end, we've connected all the database as well as the mock-up website that was created previously.
If we could redo this project from the beginning, the biggest thing we change is how early we finalized the database schema. The Epic emphasized understanding what data CyberCafe produces and needs. But as we were converting static pages into dynamic PHP, we realized we were still adjusting the schema. Another thing that we could redo is we'd also switch to an end-to-end workflow. Instead of separating the project into database first, PHP later, we would take one feature at a time, which is essentially going to be like designing schema for it, inserting test data, making the page dynamic, and testing it immediately. Another huge improvement would be setting up reusable PHP components early in the project. A centralized like database manager or template system would have prevented us from rewriting similar querying and rendering logic across multiple pages. And finally, we'd work on documentation and team communication earlier. Things like UML diagrams and clear commit structure would have made it easier to align with other intern teams working on the CyberCafe router architecture.
And finally, here's a little walkthrough of our project. You can kind of see we walk through the login process in which we kind of designed from scratch. We have different users implemented from the database. And John, you can kind of like click through the videos. This is the different pages that we have. And if we can click through it, you can kind of see us going through different sides of the project. So this is the admin page, the owner page, and this is us kind of looking at different pages. All of these are things that are connected to live data that we've kind of live streamed. And you can kind of see how everything works. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching and